What's up, everybody? Good morning. Depending on where you are, it might be nighttime, but nevertheless, what's going on? I pray all is well with you. Thank you guys so very much for joining us today. The shade, the pettiness, the shenanigans, it lives in church chat right over there. It lives in church chat. So go ahead and share this with your timelines. Invite them to be a part of all of it, to be a part, whatever it is. Just ask them to come on in and be a part. In the background, the Inner City Mass Choir featuring John P. Key. It's my singable choir song of the morning. Yep. God of mercy. So listen, go ahead, do what you got to do. I'm going to finish up on this side and I'll be right back. I want you guys to join us and bring your conversation to the program today. We'll talk about a few things and then you can chime in and add what you will. So, new day with Amber Shaw, the virtual edition. Let's go. All right. Good morning. What's up? Appreciate you all for being here. Listen, got Kiara Sheard Kelly featuring Pastor Mike in the background. Glad that you guys are with us on this morning. Good morning to Nicholas Hines. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here and your support. Turn that down just a smidge. All right. So, what's up? How have you all been from last week to this week? I'm gonna keep messing with those. Got to stop doing that. Again, Kiara Sheard Kelly, they made an announcement. They, being she and her husband, made an announcement just a few days ago. They are with child. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Congratulations to them both. To them both. Let the band play. Sometimes you just gotta let the band play. Yeah, you just gotta let the band play. All right, guys. So listen, a few things that I do want to just throw out there, and you guys can kind of toss them back. Don't throw them back. I'm gonna throw them. It's gonna be a gentle. It's gonna be an easy thing. It's not gonna be anything aggressive, right? All right. So first off the top, I want to make certain that we acknowledge that it is Mental Health Awareness Month. Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you don't know about it, it's cool. That's why there's Google. Get on there and Google and everything. But for those of you that suffer battle with mental illness, or if you know someone in your family, we definitely want to rally around them. And at least I think, in my opinion, you can learn a little bit more about it, and you might be able to help them possibly through their situations, maybe when it's crisis, or help them manage what they might be going through. But again, wanted to make certain that I acknowledge Mental Health Awareness Month. So one of the things that I think that I said that I was going to talk about was it's graduation season, right? It's graduation season, and everyone is like super joyous, right? Especially the graduates, right? And I say especially the graduates. Sometimes I think we forget about the professors and all the adjuncts and all of that, right? Listen, they are ready to get these people out. Amen. Listen, be like, go. No, really, it's all about the graduates, and it's graduation season. So if anyone that's on, if you have a son or daughter, niece, nephew, close family friend that has graduated this 2023 graduation season, I definitely want you to acknowledge them. Type their name in church chat, and we will shout them out. Well, I will, right? And if it might even be you yourself. So if you have done a thing, if you've done that thing and you've walked across the stage, or you at least will walk across the stage this upcoming weekend or throughout the week. I saw graduations yesterday. Thanks, Smokey. This is Vernon J and the group Greater. Good morning to Lonnie Cunningham. Hey, how are you? What's going on? Glad that you're here. So we're going to start talking about a few things. One of them is graduation. And if you missed my talk about mental health awareness, Robin McCullum, good morning. How are you, ma'am? So I know Lonnie's in Detroit. Lonnie, what's the temperature like? I was talking to a friend yesterday, and they were like, it's like 67, 69 degrees there. So what's the temperature where you? It's cold again. Okay, so Lonnie, when does it actually transition to spring, right? When does it actually transition to spring? You say it's cold again. Robin, how cold is it where you are? Mm. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I think my eyes were just like bad. Lonnie, is this right? It's 43 degrees in Detroit right now? Like right now. Are you all at Eastern Standard Time? So what? It's 9:25 there? Oh my gosh. Robin McCullum, I know you're in Philadelphia. How cold is it is it cold? Well, it's Philly, so I'm sure it is. Tony G is here. Hey, how are you? Radio is jumping in this thing early. Got Robin, you got Tony G. Tony G, is it cold where you are? Now I know you're further down, so probably not, but what is it there? Good morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Got Vernon J and the group Greater. The song is entitled Saved. Anyone saved? Ooh, that whole 43 thing. Listen, and Robin just comes right back. No. You okay, you started the day. I mean, started the day, what that was like, what, 2 hours ago, right? 3 hours at 44? What? Okay, well, I mean, okay, so South Carolina, right? South Carolina is rain in 66. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Y'all need to move. You need to move. Good morning to everybody. Inga Ash, listen. Good morning, Inga. Glad to see that you are in church chat almost on time this morning. Listen, I'm glad you're here. I'd rather you be here than not be here. So thank you so very much. Jarrell Smalls, how are you, sir? Jarrell Smalls is a gospel recording artist. Jarrell, did I see you in the studio with Terry Bass earlier this week at what is that, J and I? in Charleston. You got some new music. Yeah, yeah. Make certain that you share this with your timelines, everybody. I want them to jump on and be a part of the shenanigans, the petty, the shade. And it's all good petty, good shade, good shenanigans. We're going to talk about graduation season really quickly. And then I have a question for you. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there so you guys can think about it. These are not my headphones. My headphones are over here. Mm. The question is, should parents be liable for their kids' actions? Oh, yeah, we're doing it. And I'll tell you why I asked that question. Let's go. 12:30 The Source. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I pray all is well with you. Know that this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. 713-668-1230. It is a free Friday. What are your plans for the weekend? Some of you have already started to, try to figure out what is it going to be? How is it going to all, kind of line out of that thing? You got your morning, your evening, your afternoon, and your evening already ready. But for those of you that don't have anything, today, I mentioned earlier, today is International Museum Day. And if I'm not mistaken, here in Houston, museums, some of them are free on Thursdays. So just check into it. I'm not saying that that's the whole legit thing. So check into it first, but get out and go to at least one museum today. Learn something that you possibly didn't already know. So I do have a question for you this morning. Before I do that, congratulations and shout out to all of the 2023 graduates. It is graduation season. I told you guys that, listen, my timeline on Saturday was full of graduations, celebrations, and all of that. So much so I put my phone down. Yeah, it was just too much. But congratulations to all of you. So if you have a loved one that has graduated, a son, daughter, niece, nephew, close family friend, make certain that you tell them congratulations, show it. Monetary gifts are always great. But nevertheless, congratulations to you all. So my question is this: should parents be liable for their kids' actions? The reason I ask that is because I've seen multiple videos on social media where there is apparently a group of kids that they're all together. They're just kind of hanging out. And then all of a sudden, they just jump out in the street. And then, of course, some cars will swerve and go around them. But there's always that one car that seems to be super startled and they stop completely. And then the kids jump on that person's car. Like they literally jump on the car. They sit on the hood, they start kicking it and kind of assaulting the car. So, yeah, are parents liable for their kids' actions based on that scenario? Because what happens after the fact? Because if someone hits them, runs them over, causes injury and or death, is it the parent's fault at the end of the day? Let me know. 713-668-1230. I got Quartet on the other side of the break. New Day with Amber Shaw, 1230 The Source. Good morning, everybody. All right, there you go. You heard it, right? You got it. Let's get it. All right, so sometimes they make this a lot harder than what I want it to be, but all right. Turn that down. All right, so what say you? Good morning to Donald Ray Harding, and good morning. Hey, Daryl, how are you? So you all heard me. Okay, so are parents liable? Yeah, responsible, all of that great stuff, whatever word, pick a word. In that scenario, first of all, have you all seen, I don't know why that keeps dimming like that, but first of all, have you all seen these videos that are on social media? Just curious to know, have you all seen them? Is it just me? But literally a mob of kids are there, doing whatever they're doing. And then literally they just break out. They just break out and start jumping on cars. So be should their parents be responsible for their actions if they are arrested, if they are, injured? And, I guess the harshest or the worst scenario of that is if they are subsequently killed in that process, being hit by said driver. I think the first video that I saw was in Philadelphia, and then I saw one out of Chicago. So again, have you all seen these? And if so, let me know what your take on them is. Then I got another thing. I'm going to go back to that whole graduation thing. Kind of jumped ahead of myself, but it's all good. Donna Ray Harding says, depends on the situation and the parents. Explain, sir. Now I got the situation part, but what about the parents? So are you saying that, or suggesting that if the parents are not really paying attention to them, they're being neglectful, or what? You tell me. Minister Childs, listen, you say your granny used to say what? What? I wish he would. Got the Canton Spirituals. We got Quartet at the bottom of every hour, 5:30, 6:30, 7, and 8. Canton Spirituals featuring Paul Porter with Stronger. It's in the background, everybody. Okay. All right. I mean, hey. And then we can even extend the question, because I think last week, because we were talking about students in school, how there seems to be an increasing amount of videos that come about, and the students are hitting and fighting the teachers. So in those situations, are parents liable for their students or their child's action? You all let me know. Jarrell Smalls, I like it. I like it. He says it's not the parents' fault, but a responsibility should be established at home, that even if influenced, the child knows not to be involved in that type of foolishness. Yeah. But again, you know, it I want to say it's somewhat, times are different, right? And each person on this timeline grew up in a different time, and they went to school, you all went to school, but I'm sure your parents told you a specific thing. You knew in the back of your mind, right from wrong, and that if you do a certain thing, that mom, dad, combination of the two, are going to come up to the school, or you're going to be dealt with after the fact, well, once you get home or whatever. And, I think that generally kids are taught to be good, but there is some type of influence at school, or maybe just in that moment, they forget, like this is going to be problematic for you on a couple of different levels, because not only do you have to deal with your parent or guardian, you have to deal with the ramifications of legal justice, right? Because if you fight the teacher, right, teacher can file assault, the school can file charges, not just assault, but file charges. And then now you have to deal with the legal system. In regards to the scenario that I told you about the children jumping on the cars and just kind of vandalizing this car while the person is in it, again, the worst scenario is the kid dies because the kid gets run over, or several kids die and they get run over and or injured. So I don't know. Robin McGee, hey, it's good to see you. How are you? She says depends on if they are mature enough to understand their actions and consequences. Okay. So in the videos that I saw, I would like to say that the kids were middle school to high school. And if I just want to put one group, they were all in high school. At the very least, not to cross the street without looking both ways. So if you jump in the street and cars are coming, first things first. Yeah, you're wrong. You're in the wrong. Got quartet in the background. I guess I'm gonna stay right here. Let's see. Let's do this. Gonna do some Judith Christie McAllister if I can grab it real quick. Yep, Judith Christie McAllister up next after the Canton Spirituals featuring Paul Porter. All right. Oh, I got you. Donna Ray Harden say sometimes the parents are as bad as the kids, and that is very true. Very true. Very true. Come on, Robin. You got it. You in agreement. Hands. I agree. I agree. Mm, there you go. All right, guys. So let me we can still talk about this. You guys can still, formulate your opinions and leave them in church chat. But listen, so I started talking about graduations. It is graduation season. Again, I say congratulations to all of the 2023 college graduates from wherever you are. So here in the area with me is PV A&M, Prairie View A&M University, right? It's maybe what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes from where I am right now. And so their graduation was this past week and originally from what I read, um, graduation was supposed to be on their field. They have a new field. They've had it for a couple of years now. And the graduation was supposed to have been on the field. Weather reports for the week was suggestive that there would be rain. And as they approached the latter part of the week, um, yeah, yeah, it got bad. So they knew that ahead of time. Supposedly, the transition was to go into one of their domes. They have a baby dome. They have a baby dome. And I don't know officially if it's called the baby dome or the mini dome. Doesn't matter. It wasn't big enough. And so with that, there was a onslaught of rain over the weekend, and it was bad. It was pretty bad. It rained the whole weekend, right? And it rained hard. And so you add rain to a new plan of graduation, moving from the field into the building. And so traffic was delayed, they say like 2.5 hours. So needless to say, people miss graduation, not just the students, but of course their family members. So my question to you is, just based on what I've said, and you all can go read it. It's on a couple of different places. And matter of fact, after this, I'll actually post the story in on my feed. But there's an uproar right now because many people did not graduate. They didn't graduate how it should have gone. But literally, many people did not even make it into the building because since they moved it from the field, which has unlimited space, into the building, which has occupancy regulations, many people were not even allowed inside because they had reached capacity. So, should the university throw another graduation? How do they accommodate what was supposed to have been a celebratory day? What do you guys think? Would you be mad, or do you just want to just say, you know what? I'm just going to get my piece of paper and I'm just going to move forward? Let me know. Judith Christie McAllister, like the dude. Come back when she goes to the hook. Okay. But yeah, so I like I say, I was redo on the field. Okay. Do you know anyone, Daryl, who might have been graduating from Prairie View? I was talking to someone yesterday, and of course they immediately went to, that's why I didn't go to a HBCU. Does that, I mean, is that, do you all think that matters? So for those of you that did not know, yes, Prairie View is an HBCU, but I mean, does that matter? Do you think that played a part in it? To all of you that went to HBCUs, let me know. Let me know. Does that play a factor? I don't really think that it plays a factor into it. I really just think that it was just some poor planning and possibly something now needs to be done Something needs to be done to, kind of correct that. I'm gonna go back real quick. I didn't see Jarrell's post. He talks about they jump on my hood. I'm gonna jump on. There you go. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Some things are not hard. I just wanted to get your perspective about some things. And another thing that came to mind for me, so it must have been maybe a month or so now, driving down street here on the south side. I was leaving an event and driving down the street. I'm so it's two lanes on both sides. There's a median, a grassy median in between, right? And there's a car, smaller car on my right. And so I'm here. The other car is maybe about right there. He's just passing me, right? And these two guys jump off the side. I did not see them at first, and clearly the other car, I don't think the other car did. And so they were just literally playing the jump out game. Playing the jump out game. I don't know if they were trying to get hit, but I do know that that car next to me hit one of them because I could hear the commotion or whatever. But I think it was a game for them because when you keep driving, look back in the mirror and you can see them in the median now. And so then they're doing it to the other side of the traffic that's oncoming on the other side. And I'm like, yo, that's a dangerous game to be playing. And not just for them, because again, one of the gentlemen did get hit, and but it's also dangerous for drivers. Again, I don't know if they were wanting people to get out of their car to possibly help. I think if the person would have stopped and got out, then there possibly would have been some type of robbery or thing, something along those lines. But I'm like, yo, this is not what you want to do. Yeah, just my opinion. All right. All right. Your wife works there. It was just weather related and bad planning. There you go. Like I was reading some of the comments, and some of the students, one student in particular lives in Katy. For those of you that are not from here, Katy in relation to PV, what what is it, guys? What, depending on what part of Katy, but what, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. And it took her like 2.5 hours to even get her car on campus. It was that much traffic headed into the university. All right. There we go. Got Brian Dunlap and One Purpose coming up. All right. So, and I think the last thing that I have is happy birthday to Cardell Booker. Got that on my list. I saw that a few minutes ago. Happy birthday to Cardell Booker out of Dallas, gospel recording artist. He sings background for James Fortune as well. So again, I saw that he turns 30. He turns 30 today. So happy birthday to Cardell Booker. Last but not least, last week was Mother's Day. I was riding, listening to, I guess, a podcast or something, and it might have been an actual radio show. And so they were having this segment. They were talking about relationships. And so this couple, well, the wife called in. You could hear the husband in the background. And so the wife was upset because her husband, her now husband, sent flowers to his ex-wife for Mother's Day. Now, back context that I know is that the husband has a child with the ex-wife. So he was trying to push the point that he sent the flowers not because, he's still in love with her, not because of none of that, because he loves his wife. He sent the flowers because he wanted to make a show of he wanted to show his son that he and his mother are okay, right? And he also said that he wanted to show him, this is what you do for your mother. It's one of the things that people do regularly for Mother's Day, and that's give flowers to their mother. So, what say you, the people? Did the wife, current wife, have grounds to be upset about him sending flowers to his ex wife on Mother's Day? Hey, I like this name right here. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Marcus, in the morning. What's going on? Marcus Sullivan. Okay. You think that that's honorable? Yes. Marcus, I hope you and your family are doing well. You, your wife, your boys, yes, and your whole radio career. Listen, we will catch up. We will catch up. So again, that's the scenario. Did the ex-wife, or should she have been as upset? Because listening to her on, just listening to her, like, she was hot. She was hot. Another thing that came up was she was saying, I guess because he didn't tell her. He didn't tell her that he was going to send the flowers, roses, that because he mentioned that they were roses. And so should he have told her? Is this a conversation? So for my married people, is this the type, if is this a conversation? Is this the conversation? Should the husband have had a conversation with his wife regarding sending flowers to his ex, who is the mother of his kid? I don't know. I don't know. Ryan Dunlap, One Purpose, featuring Coco. The song is entitled Testimony. Those of you here in the city, and even if you're not, Brian Dunlap is having a concert, an album release. I believe it's on the 26th. He has some good singers that's gonna come through. Now his choir is a beast. Yeah, One Purpose, the choir, all of them, amazing. But he has some other people that's coming through: Byron Cage, Tasha Page Lockhart, as well as Jason Nelson. After Courtney Franklin, um, it'll be time to go. Paris Ely is up next with the morning magazine. Oh, Paris Ely is up with the morning magazine. Try to say that real quick and turn your head at the same time. So nobody has comments. So none of y'all want to touch that. Was the husband wrong? Is the wife wrong for being upset? Is the husband wrong for not telling her that he sent flowers? Because what the wife said, he said that, hey, I'm sending these. I'm trying to show my son, this is what you do. I'm trying to set a good example for him. So what she said was, well, why did it have to be flowers? Why couldn't it have been a card? And that's very true, Marcus. Marcus says every divorce doesn't have to end up ugly or messy, or the ex couple doesn't have to be enemies. If they share a kid together, then they should be able to honor one another. I like it. I like it. Anybody else agree? Anybody second that of Marcus Sullivan? Donna Ray Harding, he should have talked it over with his wife. Okay, so let me do this. So if he would have talked it over with her and she said, not gonna do it, you better not, just send her a card. That should suffice. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Daryl says, I'm thankful that my children are with one woman. Okay, praise the Lord. I gave her thanks every year for the gifts of our children, but with the knowledge of my wife. Okay. Okay. That will work. Okay. Okay. I got you. I'm just asking. I was like, you know what? I heard that last week. And so for me, it's like I say, you had to hear her. You had to hear her heart. And I heard it. She was really, really, and I think it was more so that he didn't tell her that this is what was going on. And so I would like to think that had he shared that information with her, I don't even know if it was an ask for permission kind of thing. I just think that if there would have been a conversation, hey, honey, listen, Mother's Day is coming up, hey, want to send something to, Patrice, just to show, little Kevin that this is for his mom. This is what we do. Just saying. Inga says, as long as you know your place and bring yourself home, send them. Okay, she needs, yeah. I mean, I would like to think that, um, yeah, I got you. I got you. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe the flowers of the ex were more than the flowers for the current. That is always an option. Always an option. Hold on, guys. We got to get out of here. Paris is up next. Okay. Just got to send peace. Just got to send peace. We need peace in the house. Courtney Franklin out of Memphis, Tennessee. The song Send Us Peace. So, but I appreciate you all and your comments, definitely. 12:30 The Source. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Always a pleasure to be with you each and every day. Today is included in that. Lord say the same. I'm back with you dark and early in the morning, starting 6 a.m., everybody. So make certain that you're here with me. Tell your family, your friends, coworkers, neighbors, church members, literally everyone you come in contact with. Let them know how you start your morning. Good morning to Marcus Sullivan, Donna Ray Harding, Inga Ash. Good morning. Daryl Childs, how are you? Thank you so much to Robin McGee, Jarrell Smalls, Robin McCullum, Nicholas Hines. You all are amazing. New Day with Amber Shaw, 12:30. The Source. Paris Ely is up next with the Morning Magazine. So let's get into it. Be blessed, everybody, and have an amazingly new day. All right, we're going to get out of here. Got enough for half of a song, so probably going to throw some Dante Bowe in at the end. It will take us to the top of the hour. And of course, Paris Ely is up next with the Morning Magazine, everybody. But yep, let's see, do we have some more? All right, Marcus, listen, I love these comments. Thank you so much for being interactive this morning. Listen, it don't have to be it right. It don't have to be a competition on value of what the current right gets, okay, versus the ex. If you know your ex has, if your ex hated cars, then why get her a card? It could be sneakers, a gift card, flowers, whatever. If you know what a person likes, get them that. If you are honoring them, I like that. I like it. Listen, Daryl just said, listen, happy Mother's Day again. I know it's almost a week later, but listen, happy Mother's Day. Yes. All right, guys, listen, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your input on today. Listen, I still want to make certain that we come to you all. Oh, I almost missed Robin's report. I mean, Robin's post. I'll get back over there to that. And let's do this. Hold on. No, we're going to have to do more than Dante Bowe. So, my bad. Hold on. Got to do more than Dante Bowe. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do that one. Yep, that'll take us to the top of the hour. There you go. Robin McCullum says, I do have great respect for men who honor their children's mother. Fathers need to model honorable treatment of women before their children. I think she should not have been surprised by the action. I like it. Come on. Come on. I like it. So you guys have been great. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Um, Continue to pray for the Mabel family. Dr. James Mabel Jr. Would normally be joining us, but he is tending to family things and whatnot. And so we acknowledge him and his family, his taking care of his father, James Mabel Sr., down in Navasota, Texas. So, even though he still gets out and he still goes to minister to different churches and different platforms, we still want him to know that, we still think about him, we love him, and, we sometimes miss him. Amen. Good morning to Corey Warren. All right, guys, be blessed. Have a great day. Thank you all so very much. And if you guys have some topics that you want to talk about, I know last week we talked about AI. So, real quick, last week we talked about AI, right? We were talking about AI, artificial intelligence, for those of you that missed it. And you got to go back to last week's and kind of just see the few comments that came in at the end because everybody wanted to come in church late. I don't understand. 8:15, church started 8:15. But no, I did. There's a poll on my news feed this morning, and it says, and I wrote it down for you. A poll reveals a majority of Americans believe AI threatens the future of humanity. 61% are concerned about negative effects of AI, which is artificial intelligence. And a few of you did leave your input last week. And I even was saying, in my industry, in radio, I think that AI will be a part of what we do. I mean, we already have automation systems and things like that. But since AI can copy voice and match it, right? There'll be some things that of course AI can do. And I think one of the things I said last week, from the owner perspective, the radio station owners, whether it be individuals or corporations, I think initially they will see that this is going to be a money saver, right? They're going to be able to stop paying out money for personalities and things like that. In some instances, but I do think that there's a loss that comes with that, and that's the personal touch and feel for radio, But we'll see what happens. Just wanted to give you that update that was on the news feed this morning. Listen, go out, have a great day. Hopefully, you guys have plans for this weekend. If you don't, make some. If you do, keep them. And guys, got Robin McGee in the background singing her song, Nobody. She's in church chat this morning. Dallas Fort Worth, the Metroplex, Robin McGee. And that's all I got. That's all I have. Be blessed, everybody, and have an amazingly new day.